introduce our speaker, Reverend Tessa, Teresa, Teresa, sorry, Phillips. And her talk title is Be Bold and Live. And I have to say that, as I may not know Teresa as well as I would like to, I can say that she does embody this be bold and live, because that is who you are. So thank you.
I think I'm going to try and stand, and then I'll sit down if I need to. Okay, so I'm being bold. There you go. Today is just a beautiful day, and it's a day to be bold and live. So I think I stood long enough, and I'm going to sit down and be. I can be bothering the camera guy a lot because he has to go up and down and up and down. Okay. So, what are you missing? How is it? What do you need today? Like you feel you need something? So, what are you missing? Well, the one thing you might think you need is maybe the big Super Bowl, and you might want the Chiefs to beat the Eagles or whatever it is. Well, I can't do much about that, but you can't do much about that, but you can do something about what you feel's missing in your life. You can ask yourself today, because only you know what you feel is missing. And as we go out in our journey in life, there's all kinds of wonderful things that say, oh, you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this. And sometimes I can get talked into thinking I need something, and it's about the dumbest, stupidest thing I ever bought or I ever got involved in, but I all learned through. It's all learning experiences, because we're here on our own special journey. But how about getting in tune with our true self? That might take a little bit of work. But we're all creations of the divine mind, the God-essent universal mind, whatever word you have that fills that feeling of the togetherness and the guidance. We are all life in expression, and we're all wonderful. Dr. Holmes, who I study, and we teach it here, of course, says, remember God, and I like to say universal mind, but both work for me. It's the silent partner behind all things, always ready to pour into our experience that which we need. So we always have the gas in the tank, whether we think so or not. And I know that sometimes we've driven and we're thinking, where's the next gas station, especially if we go way up north somewhere and, it says no gas but we always have something inside of us to continue on, and it's something much bigger than us. It's a universal divine energy working through us. Dr. Holmes also says the divine image in me, so that's in each of us, cannot be separated from the divine image in others. So we are the oneness. I see God in everyone I meet, and the spirit that is within me responds to the spirit within them, for we have one source. All different, all beautiful, all one. And there's times I'm sure each of us have felt not just separated, but felt that connection. And that connection can feel so powerful and unending and unlimited. Meditation is a way to really connect. We all have our own way of meditating, but I have meditated very deeply at times, really, really, and all of a sudden, peace and calm. And then it's, because I quit breathing. Like I had to breathe. But it's so peaceful. So if there's a lot of hullabaloo going on, just wherever you are, just breathe. It's your body, your right to relax and be who you are, where you are, and whatever circus is going on around you, let them have fun doing whatever they're doing, but just be at peace with yourself, knowing that within you, every breath is proof that you are alive and your breath has come from a higher life force, the divine, the one that put life into all. Divine mind is always speaking to us, giving us little messages. And I do a lot of, to me, it's the observance of what's going on around. We each have, some people it's books and whatever works. But for me, a lot of it is what I see every day. And we have had beautiful sunrises. And to me, I see the light, the beauty of the future. Every morning I'm looking, it's up higher today. But that's more hope in life. And sometimes it's red, it's so beautiful. And the other day I was looking at, that's where I got this idea I wrote it down, and I'm looking at the sunset. And it's sort of a grayish. Then it's getting to be a purplish. And then it was all these remarkable colors, and it was so peaceful. And I thought, look at that, constantly changing. And we constantly change. From as we express, we look, our colors, our beauty of who we are. Some people are the kindest people you'll meet, and others are just always in a hurry, but each of them on their own beautiful and wonderful journey, because where would we be without one another? We all need one another to be part of the whole. Like this necklace. You probably can't see it. It's sort of like, I like to think it's a leaf, but I guess you could think it's like almost like a scaled fish. That sounds awful. But every branch, every part is different. Yet they all make part of the whole that make up the fish or make up whatever. It makes it all up into one beautiful thing. And that's mankind. That's who we are. I'm part of the beautiful universe. So seeing these lights reminded me, we are the light. And the light and the life of the universal mind shines through us always by us expressing who we are. And in John 8:12, it says simply, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. We have the light of life. The universal mind is the light, and we express it. Dr. Holmes says, as the inner light dawns, it delivers the outer life from bondage. So we pay attention to who we are, to our divine messages within us. And it will give us freedom from bondage. We will know I don't have to be in this situation any longer. I can work through this. I can ask for help. I can go farther. Life is just so interesting, and we don't need to be held back. And if our mind is telling us just plain negative things, well, there's also our mind to tell us it's about time you packed your bags, you moved out because there's no room for you anymore here in my life, because I am here to be the best that I can be, and there's no limit on the best of who we are, because I'm not just little old Tress sitting here. I am, through me, it's the breath of life, the breath of the divine, and I'm just expressing. And do the words come from me? I write them down, but I get all the messages like the sunrise and the sunset and all kinds of stuff. But what I wanted to, the title that popped in my head was Be Bold and Live. And it, like, get out there and be bold. It's important to be our true purpose. So, sort of what gets in the way? Of course, fear. There's a Buddhist saying that says, no mud, no lotus. And I think of all my plants, and I think, well, no dirt, no plant. So you think, yeah, you need some of the stuff you don't think is so perfect to get the beauty you want. So what is it we need to muck through? Is there stuff we need to muck through? Because we each can feel the fear. We do that. But we can do it anyway. And there's a book written, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. But it's a nice little mantra to say, feel the fear and do it anyway. I can do it. I will do it. I'll do it my way. And if it doesn't work, I'll just keep going. And if I don't want to keep going, there's a new avenue. I can change my mind because I have the whole universal mind is in me, guiding me, and nothing can stop me except myself, like fears. But fear can make us powerful. I dare to be powerful. I read this, and it was so wonderful. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service to my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. And it was in one of the books I was reading. I read a lot of our books, the books that tell us each day, Monday read this, Tuesday read this, and this was in there. And there's a lady at the coffee shop that I talked to a lot, a customer. I went up to her. I just had this urge. I went up to her. I said, read this. And she read this. She said, thank you. This is exactly what my husband and I have been trying to tell our daughter. Exactly this. I said, well, why don't you just take a picture of the whole page with your cell phone? And she did. She said, isn't that funny that you brought this up? And I said, well, I guess we must have picked up on one another. There's one mind. So here's her daughter, a young teenage girl, and the parents are showing her this. I mean, we're one mind. Dr. Holmes says we must believe there is within us a pattern of living beyond all confusion, beyond all fear. And that is here and now because the universe in which we live in is here and now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday. It's right here. And there's a pattern for us to live beyond confusion. And right now, if you're watching TV or doing a lot of news, there's like hullabaloo here and whatever there. And You can spin like a top and still not. But there's no reason to fear. There's the oneness, the universal mind. There's a pattern. We are all one in the divine. So what is fear trying to show me personally? Well, it's a human emotion that keeps us safe, but it can also hinder us from moving forward. But it may stop us from moving out of our comfort zone. Well, my comfort zone would be sitting on my big chair right now. That's what I'm doing at home when it's cold with a plugged-in blanket. And I'm sitting there and I'm all warm. And do I want to go out and have a coffee? That's my comfort. Yeah, no coffee. Well, you got to get out and live life. Get out of our comfort zone and get out there and explore and be and know who you are. How are you going to know who you are or what you can do if you don't go out there and try? And we all try in our own ways, and we all give gifts along our journey. It's that I see all the animal footprints. We have deer and rabbits and cats come to our house, skunks, and we're just in Mooresville, but you see all the footprints. Well, what are we, flying through life? We don't leave our little footprints. We do. And they make impressions on others. We all are part of this beautiful experience called life. And sometimes maybe we don't forgive ourselves for something, and I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. It's about time. That's whatever it is, it's done, it's past, and who knows if it was a big deal to anybody else. Probably all made up in our head. Just be bold, go forward, and release your fears. Dr. Holmes says, you are the person. Here is the place. Today is the time. And this is the moment. But we all know that. It's just kind of nice to be reminded. I can easily think up excuses, but the time is now. Excuses don't feed our beautiful selves. So visualize yourself as you are truly meant to be. Be courageous. So what connects you with the energizing pulse of life? We've been doing exercises at the Golden Circle, and you feel how much better you feel. I have to hang on to a chair. I do the sitting, or I stand and hang on and try and do this or try and do this. But it feels good. I'm getting energized. I'm feeling alive. We can all do that. What energizes us? So hold a vision. Just think of something that may energize you. Something in your life. This is a fill in the blank moment. So think of something that may be creativity. It may be spontaneity. Think of something in your life. And see that flowing through you like a vibrant river. Now your river may just be slow, or it may be just flowing through very strongly. It may be dancing as it flows through. It could be sparkling, catching the sun, all different colors. That feel your life force becoming more alive, expressing who you are. That is what is available to you every moment of the day. It's the divine energy, the one mind. Hold the vision. Know the vision. And claim that vision. You have the power to do that right here, right now. So take that with you. Remember this part. When we are in the car, this is the first, when I was asked to do the talk, can I come when Reverend Joanne is away? And I said, sure. And I'm thinking, what am I going to talk about? And right in front of my nose, right here, right in front of the nose here, probably staring at all of us is the phone, the radio. But you have to push a button to turn it on. So push it. Do I want XM, FM, whatever, or GPS? It says right there. Touch here to go to the source. So if I want to hear music, I have to touch it to go to the source. If I want to hear arguing over something or other, I touch it here. If I want to hear the weather, I touch it. So what do we need in our life? We have to go to the source. So all this time thinking, what do I need to do? There it is, right in front of my face, go to the source. So what we have to do, we have to ask. We go to the source, we go to the divine mind. But we don't get anything unless we ask. The pushing the button. Ask. God is, I am. I know that the following good is mine now. So the following good is yours always. What you've thought of, your goodness, it is yours. It is your divine right. So Dr. Holmes says that every thought sets the fulfillment of the desire in motion. So the thought puts the gas in the tank, puts emotion in mind, and mind sees it as already done. You got the gas in the tank, and you have the thought, away you go. There's something deeper than the intellect. Something that cannot and need not be rationalized. It is the divine mind, and my body is a vehicle. And I've got that all underlined because I thought, well, we're a vehicle of the expression of the divine. So who says we're not important? I think it's time to be bold and be brave and be who we are. And each day we can have an opportunity to love and to be and express and make the world a better place. Valentine's Day's coming up, a time to remember others. So we are here at the center. We're a part of a community. We're our own little family, and we're happy to see Linda here is back. We're happy to see everyone that is here. We're all part of the whole, so different, yet one here, making a beautiful difference. So I know for you, and I know for me, that we boldly go forth living and sharing each of our unique selves with the world. And so it is.